Halfway between Los Angeles and Las Vegas is a truck stop that's being refurbished by brothers Jeff and Jim Cullen. They had extra signage that they wanted to make available for the Ron Paul Revolution. The logo inspired them, and they wanted to make sure that the space didn't go to waste and that the 7 million vehicles that passed by there each month had an opportunity to get a dose of the revolution. Well, we took a trip up there and saw enormous potential. We also saw it was going to take a lot of work. They also have a mile of frontage of the interstate there that anyone that has some sheets of plywood, a slogan, and the desire can go and make use of it. Now, we had experience in making large signs, chalking out 1 foot square grid onto used banner material and then freehanding the image and cutting it out and using it as a stencil. So we knew that we had the ability to make large signs, but we weren't sure exactly how that was going to apply. But we knew the impact that these large signs had on millions of people. Here's ASU students making use of our stencil at the ASU Sun Devil Stadium, making signs for other activities. Now, we arrived at the Desert Star Ranch with Thursday night, late in the evening, and this is Friday morning, that's all getting unpacked and set and ready to go. Well, the first thing we needed to do is get all ready, make sure we had a place to do it in the wind, and then we took a trip down the highway to make sure that we got the impact and how large the letters had to be in order for them to be clearly read from the highway. As we traveled down the highway approaching the exit, we could see the first of the large billboards made up of telephone poles, then the second, and then rising out of the desert that for dozens of miles in either direction, nothing, and all of a sudden you come up on this truck stop that has a lot of signs there need to be made. So we got the material that we thought we need and primed it to make sure that it held up to the weather and the high winds in this area throughout the year and started to get to work. We did some of the work inside in an area that they are refurbing for the restaurant that we had as a work area. And then we did one technique was to put the image on a laptop and project it at night onto one of the tractor trailer rigs. We just took Sharpies and traced out the image, and then in the morning we went in to fill it in, paint by the numbers. And that's what we did, and this is what it looked like. Little final touches there, a little color Walter from Los Angeles did, having some fun. Now the lift that we had could only work down here by the truck stop area because the sand was so soft we couldn't get it up the other areas, but it was good to have it there to do both sides of the yellow Ron Paul Revolution. The letters you'll see later were done. Walter took the time to cut out red reflective tape so any light that hits it, it glows. It's a striking image, and we'll show it to you later. Now, we took each one of the sheets into the darkened area there, the restaurant area, and we used a projector to put the image on there like we did on the large trailer out here. But we broke it down to where it did it in each 4x8 sheet, a section of it, so that you can see that here the dark lines are each a 4x8 sheet of plywood. We used our Revolution projector to put it up on there and then traced it out just like we did on the big rig, and then took it outside and painted it. Just filled in between the lines, and you can get as complex as you want. The Restore the Republic has black shading on it, and we did a chalk line grid on the first Revolution sign there, the yellow one, and then we learned the other technique one of the guys came up with, a fantastic idea, and did the other one that way.
Okay, we're going up there. Do you see that? We're going up there with those ladders. So that sign's going to go up there. With a wing and a prayer, we're going to get that bad boy up there, okay? Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we're adults. We're experienced. We knew what we were getting into. We put runners across the white ones every 2 feet so that we'd have something secure to get onto as we climbed up there like it was a tree house. And getting the last 2 off was dangerous, but we knew what we were getting ourselves into. It was scary. Oh, God. I want an autographed t-shirt. Well, I think they should get it. Well, we just kept plowing through one at a time. It took us to put the 19 sheets of plywood up. It took us over 15 hours. Worked well into the night and then drove straight through, a lot of the guys did, to get back in time to start work Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. in the morning. So there was a lot of dedication went to this, and you know, of course, the campaign didn't know anything about it until after it was done. I'm sure they know now. But this is the kind of dedication that you're getting across the country. People make these opportunities available to individuals that want to take advantage of the opportunities. And then you have people that just have the ability and the desire to do it, and we do it. And this was the final result of the evening's Revolution. I think you can see it from the highway. Well, this is the nighttime view of the yellow signs up there you saw where Walter put the reflective tape up there. Any light hits that and they just glow. So that's been effective also, along with the tractor trailer. So this has been a big inspiration to a lot of people, and we were glad we were able to do it. But in total, there's at least 4 days dedication, but there's all this frontage available still that you can put signs up that they are perfectly willing to allow you to put up signs in support of Ron Paul and his message along the side of the road here on their private property, so that it will stay up and millions of people a month will see it. It's already starting to get a lot of buzz on the internet, and newspapers are starting to report, and it's been less than a week with them up there, so we know the impact this is going to have. It was our pleasure. Hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully you learned a little bit about some of the techniques and how to make large signs. I look forward to seeing them.
And people gather around. They are all they can bring. And nobody more than that. Other than a song sing. The revolution starts now. Yeah! The revolution starts now in your own backyard, in your own hometown. So what you do is standing around, just follow your heart. Your revolution starts now. Yeah, the revolution starts now in your own backyard, in your own hometown. What you do is stand around, just follow your heart. Your revolution starts now.